For our first show of the season, Shizuoka Performing Arts Center, also known as SPAC, will be bringing their spectacular production of Medea to New York in late September. For this production, the Euripides Greek classic tragedy is reinterpreted by the prominent theater director Satoshi Miyagi, artistic director of SPAC and successor of the legendary Tadashi Suzuki. This version of Medea is set in the Meiji era, late 19th century, early 20th century, when Japan was just starting to become an imperial power. Medea is actually a huge production. The 25 people are coming to New York City, and that has a huge member of percussion and music, and a very unique costume design. I refer to it as a scale of Kabuki dynamic can be seen on the stage as a visual element. In October, we will present a concert with a Japanese women duo, Cibo Matto, featuring Yuka Honda and Miho Hattori, who recently reunited earlier this year. The concert also features keyboardist singer-songwriter Yu Sakai, who debuted a few years ago in Tokyo and is already one of Japan's rising music stars. Cibo Matto's meaning of the Cibo Matto is Italian, all about the food. So they sing about food. It's a new genre. It's downtown, but still have a huge power to reach out to the mass audience. And then also they will be joined by really rising star in Japan, I would say Shibuya star, Yu Sakai. In November, we are hosting a Turntable Do performance by two avant-garde music pioneers, Otomo Yoshihide and Christian Markley. It will be presented as a part of New York City-wide festival, Performa 11 Biennale. What are they going to do? It's a turntable duo. So for people who are familiar with this genre of music, probably I don't have to say anything about who Otomo Yoshihide is, who Christian Markley is, but who are not the people who are not familiar with that genre. This is actually really challenge for me to explain what they are going to be like. In January, Tokyo Metropolitan Theatre and Soho Theatre in London are bringing North American premiere of the funny yet haunting play, The Bee. It was created by one of the most popular Japanese theatre director, Hideki Noda, and will be presented as a part of the Public Theatre's Under the Radar Festival. And that particular production is, I would say that's reminded me of American Beauty of the theater. Ordinary, the family man, something happens and then all of a sudden he became so crazy, insane, and savage. But that could be happening anyone, anytime, any day. Also, as part of the Public Theatre's Under the Radar Festival, we will present Chelfich Theatre Company's Hot Pepper, Air Conditioner, and a Farewell Speech. The company Chelfich is founded and led by most talked about young director and playwright Toshiki Okada, and received a huge amount of attention for their US debut at Japan Society in 2009. As this long title suggested, it has a kind of loosely related three stories. And everything is about office. And young office workers talks about somebody is leaving the office, or the temperature of air conditioner is too chilly and stuff like that. And what you see is really the generation-wise conversation. Every year, we try to showcase a piece of Japanese contemporary theater by putting on a stage reading in English. This February, we will be featuring a great work by the young playwright Yukio Shiba. Next spring, Japan Society will present a month-long of programming dedicated to the theme of cherry blossoms, sakura. One of the main events of this series will be Kabuki Dance, led by Bando Kotoji, master of traditional Japanese dance or Nihon Buyo, who will perform with live musical accompaniment. Actually, the Japanese traditional dance was started as kind of spin from the Kabuki training. So as Kabuki became really popular among merchants and all the samurai era in Japan, the merchant or commoners wanted to practice by themselves. That's how Japanese traditional dance practice started. In April, we will premiere a new Japan Society commissioning work by Kota Yamazaki, the New York-based choreographer and dancer. The piece, which will include dancers from around the globe, is titled Glowing. Yamazaki has conceived the piece with the inspiration from the famous Japanese essay in modern era, In Praise of Shadows, written by Junichiro Tanizaki. It is an essay about the Japanese unique beauty, that the really beautiful thing can be only seen in shadows and darkness. And then Yamazaki, who was trained in Buto, found that the Buto's aesthetics and Tanizaki's aesthetics explained in that essay has a common thing. The Japan Society was established in 1907, so a little more than a few years ago, we celebrated the 100th anniversary. So we are very, very old, established organization, but what we are doing is really cool, hot stuff.